Jacqueline, thank you so much. Yeah, it's this is the time of year we're all kind of looking to save some money on that power bill because the AC is running a lot.
Not only that, as Jacqueline mentioned there, they're also answering questions about the hurricanes and generators and what kind of generator you may need and how to hook it up and how to make sure it's safe and it's not hooked into your direct power line and your power grid, because that can be a big issue when these workers are working on the lines. It actually charges back to them and can cause some serious problems. So give them a call and find out, and maybe they can answer some of your questions. Now, Red Tide FWC has come in, and this is the latest map, Scott. And one thing to note, we see a white dot right there in Sarasota, right around Venice, just south of Venice it appears, but still a lot of red, high concentrations still being reported from Lee County, in fact Collier County, northward up into Manatee County, although Manatee County only had 5 samples showing up as red tide. Now, I just got off the phone with Captain Scott Moore. He also says that it's looking better up there near Anna Maria. Not totally great, but better. And that's a good sign. That's encouraging, at least. Take any positive news we can get from these reports. And there's 5 samples in Manatee, but unfortunately 60 samples reporting red tide in Sarasota. And also talked to a gentleman in Venice who works with Moat as a volunteer, and he reported $1.5 million to $2 million. He did 2 samples of cells per liter down there today. It's not over yet, folks. We're hoping it ends soon. We need a storm of some sort, not a hurricane, but a storm in the Gulf of Mexico to really kick up those seas and kind of cause some dispersion to go on. But right now, the general trend is a slow drift to the north for the red tide. Lakewood Ranch had some heavy rainfall around earlier. That has since moved on, really, and just some clouds, debris clouds left over from those storms. We're getting that southeasterly wind flow now. We had east winds and southeast winds for the most part throughout most of the morning and early afternoon. Then that sea breeze developed and we started to see some big storms firing up right along the immediate coastline. You can see that they're all gone now. It cooled things down quite nicely here along the Sun Coast. Just one lone shower right there near the airport. Maybe some light rain out on the islands right now, but no significant storms. This is a pretty good line. Now, this is moving basically to the northwest, but I wanted to show you this. This is a little bit more sensitive radar picture showing you all the different outflow boundaries. Just look at these. A couple of them are moving off to the east. These are moving to the west, and they're colliding right there into DeSoto County. So I would expect to see some pretty big storms firing up right here along these 2 lines, stretching up into Highlands, I should say Hardy County in the next half hour or so. Tomorrow, a little bit of drier air, I think more so on into Saturday and Sunday. That dry air will be around. We'll keep an eye on this upper level low spinning just to the north of Puerto Rico, showing no signs of any development at this point and don't anticipate any. So tonight, showers and storms in the inland areas winding down. Mostly fair. A nice start to the day tomorrow. Lots of sunshine. A few storms developing along the sea breeze front tomorrow. And then as we take you through time, you can see those scattered storms in the afternoon and evening. They'll be widely scattered, not much of a chance. Things have cooled down now, 79 degrees, and the winds are out of the east at 5. That's that rain-cooled air that has moved in. 91 the high, above average, and 90 is the normal. 79 currently in Sarasota, the same in Jacksonville where it's rained there, 90 in the Keys. And the heat index tomorrow will be up near 101 with a chance for a few late-day storms. Well, we have our 5th named storm of the season. Not much to it. It's Ernesto. It's moving off to the northeast, and it's not going to be a big factor for any land areas. There's the latest on it, and not to worry about that one. We'll be waiting for the rest, maybe 5 more before the season's over, hopefully. Southeast winds turn to the southwest at 5 to 10 knots, and the seas will be running 2 feet or less, a light chop out there. The extended forecast then calling for a slight chance for late-day storms, even less of a chance on Saturday. We'll stay in that pattern through Sunday, and then by Tuesday, back to a west wind, unfortunately, for looks like morning showers and storms coming back into play. Jacqueline?